Uh, Welcome back. Alright, we're going to start back off again. Now, we left off yesterday. We finished Genesis 20, and now we're on Genesis 21. Isaac is born. And again, if you don't know, we're in the New International Version Bible, 1984. And the birth of Isaac, verse 1. Again, chapter 21, verse 1. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he had said. And the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised. Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him as God commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Now, the thing with age in that back then, how they lived to be 900 and some years old. Back then, a week to them could have been what was it? 1 week could have been a year, or it could have been 7 years. So, that's why back then, a week, why they, yeah, I just, totally lost it. But, because I was always confused on how they could have lived to be 900 and some years old. And then I realized how, when you go into their time frame, that a week their time could be either a year or it could be 7 years. So that's how he was 100 years old when he had his first child. He could have been 70 or something like that when he had his first child. So just to help out with the age thing, because I was confused with the age also. Okay, Sarah said, God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. And she added, who would have said to Abraham and Sarah? She said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children, yet I have borne him a son in his old age. Hagar and Ishmael sent away. Verse 8. The child grew and was weaned, and on the day Isaac was weaned, Abraham held a great feast. But Sarah saw that the son whom Hagar the Egyptian had borne to Abraham was mocking. And she said to Abraham, get rid of that slave woman and her son, for the slave's son will never share in the inheritance that with my son Isaac. The matter distressed Abraham greatly, because it concerned his son. But God said to him, do not be so distressed about the boy and your maidservant. Listen to whatever Sarah tells you, because it is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned. I will make the son of your maidservant into a nation also, because he is your offspring. Early the next morning, Abraham took some food and a skin of water and gave them to Hagar. He sent them on her shoulders and then sent her off with the boy. She went on her way and wandered in the desert of Beersheba. When the water and the skin was gone, she put the boy under one of the bushes. Then she went off and sat down nearby, about a bowshot away, for she thought, I cannot watch the boy die. And as she sat there nearby, she began to sob. God heard the boy crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from the heaven and said to her, What is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the boy crying as he lies there. Lift the boy up and take him by the hand, for I will make him into a great nation. Then God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water. So she went and filled the skin with water and gave the boy a drink. God was with the boy as he grew up. He lived in the desert and became an archer while he was living in the desert of Paran, and his mother got away for him from Egypt. The treaty at Beersheba. At that time, Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of his forces, said to Abraham, God is with you in everything you do. Now swear to me before God that you will not deal falsely with me or my children or my descendants. Show to me in the country where you are living as an alien the same kindness I have shown to you. Abraham said, I swear it. Then Abraham complained to Abimelech about a well of water that Abimelech's servants had seized. But Abimelech said, I do not know who has done this. You did not tell me, and I heard about it only today. So Abraham brought sheep and cattle and gave them to Abimelech, and the two men made a treaty. Abraham sent apart seven ewe lambs from the flock, and Abimelech asked Abraham, What is the meaning of these 7 ewe lambs you have sent apart by themselves? He replied, Accept these 7 lambs as my hand as a witness that I dug this well. So that place was called Beersheba, because the two men swore an oath there. After the treaty had been made at Beersheba, Abimelech and Phicol, the commander of forces, returned to the land of Philistine. Abraham planted a tarmish tree in Beersheba, and there he called upon the name of the Lord, the eternal God, and Abraham stayed in the land of the Philistines for a long time. And that was the end of chapter 21.